Should be live now. I don't see it starting the and why is it not starting? Refresh. There we go. Okay, it started. Cool. Okay, cool. We're live. I don't know who's in here. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. Honestly, it's been a while since I posted. I would not be surprised if nobody joined. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I posted, so I understand. But I'm still gonna do my breakdown. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for some people to roll in for a little bit. I'm gonna also update the Telegram. Because we're live. Take a picture. And I'll do it for Instagram too. Cool. Okay. Boom. Kind of what I'm feeling about doing for this live. For one, I'm looking for a setup. This could be a potential long-term setup or more just like a 4-hour 15 play. What's up? How are you doing? I don't know how many people are in here. There's a way for me to see it on here. I just don't know how. Top chat, live chat. I suck at live streaming because I don't know how to work technology, y'all. Oh, it's right here. Okay, cool. I know it's not gonna show me everybody, but it's cool. But yeah, kind of like the goal for this live, I'm looking to basically just wipe my charts clear. I'm gonna break down all of my my pairs. I have like about 4 or 5 of them that I'm gonna look at on the side. So I'm just gonna clear all my charts, break it down, and try to find a potential setup. I'm gonna try to find like long-term swing setups, and then something more short-term, like a 4-hour 15 play. Something I could probably get for the end of the week. We'll see if we can get it. But yeah, that's really the goal. It's just to find a setup, find something good for this weekend, next week. So I'm gonna let some more people come in. Hope y'all day is going well. My day was pretty cool. I did work today. I went to the office. That was okay. I'm honestly ready for a vacation. I have one coming up actually. I mentioned in my last video that my birthday is this month. I turned 24 on the 14th of July. So today is the what? Today is the 9th. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 days. So in 5 days, I'll be 24, basically. Super excited. Just ready to, do even better this year, next year. And yeah, I have a trip. I'm going to Dallas next weekend. It's gonna be super fun. Super excited for that. And yeah, I just have things to look forward to. Feeling super blessed right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just start working on kind of just clearing my charts. So I'm probably gonna start with GA, and I'm gonna work my way down to GJ, UJ. We'll look at SPX and then a little bit of gold and just kind of get an idea for everything and just kind of find like what is looking the best for the next setup. Because typically I just like to go through everything and just do like a top-down analysis. So I'm gonna just go ahead and remove all my drawings. Boom. Blank, naked chart. Perfect. And I'm gonna delete this alert. I'm gonna start fresh. Start from the top. Cool. Okay. The monthly is a little too big. I'm gonna start on the weekly time frame and just kind of see like how structure is looking right now. So this is GA on the weekly. I'm gonna actually grab my chart as well, my time frame analysis chart for why it's not changing. Hold on. What's going on? Okay. Oh, it's just not working. Hold on, try this again. Okay, if it don't work, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's been really weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't worry about it. It don't want me to be good or be great, apparently, so that's fine. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Okay, boom. It's 2 a.m. in South Africa? Oh my gosh. 2 a.m.? Oh my gosh, you're a real one. If you're up at 2 a.m. watching me, that's real because I would be asleep. 2 a.m. is crazy. Hello, how are you doing? Just kind of like a recap. I'm basically gonna be breaking down everything, like top-down analysis from weekly all the way down to like the entry, right? And I'm looking for just the best setup for potentially this week and next week. I'm gonna go through every single pair and just wipe my charts clean, do the full top-down analysis on everything, and just kind of figure out what looks the best to take. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to just stop me and just be like, hey, like, why did you do that? And I would happily answer and, you know, do all that. If you have any questions, feel free just to ask whatever. 1 a.m. in Nigeria. Oh my gosh. I need to start. Okay, let me know if I need to start streaming earlier, y'all. I could start streaming earlier. I could probably push it back like maybe 2 hours. That might help y'all out a little bit because that's a crazy time. I'm sorry, y'all. That's crazy. I forget how different the time zones are sometimes. I cannot lie. I do forget that. Let's see. Okay. So this is GA. This is the weekly time frame. We're about to just kind of look at structure right now. So GA, as you can see on the weekly, I'll get my drawing tool. At one point, you see we're making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. We understand structure, right? Big push to the downside, right? A push up, another lower low, and then right here we see something pretty interesting on the weekly time frame, right? We are actually breaking above weekly resistance right here. So if you notice right here, I'm gonna delete this line for a second, but right here you can see that this candle body has closed up here, right? So this is where our weekly resistance is. I'm actually gonna mark it with like a little line. So this was our weekly resistance right here, and price is currently breaking above. Now the weekly candle has not closed yet, so we can't say we broken weekly structure yet, but by the end of Friday we'll know whether or not we do break, you know, structure. But it's looking like we are gonna break structure to the upside. I don't want to jump the gun, but it's looking like we are about to shift to the upside, which is pretty exciting to see GA actually, you know, switch course. We've been bearish for like months for a really long time. Really the whole year we've been bearish on GA, so this is pretty interesting. But yeah, so my weekly is shifting bullish. But yeah, I'm gonna have it bullish for right now, but I also understand that like I gotta wait for this candle to close to call it bullish, but it's about to shift bullish. We can say that, right? Okay, cool. We get that. So the weekly shifted bullish. We're gonna drop down to the daily, right? Daily time frame. We see daily is bullish, obviously, right? Dailies we're making what, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? We are bullish on the daily time frame. Okay. Whoops. So I can leave my daily as bullish, and then 4-hour time frame, things get a little bit more choppy right here. Let's just start from here. So this is a swing low, right? Push up, like a swing high. Right here, we come down. This is my low, so we haven't broken this low yet, right? So we're ranging, and then the 4-hour finally breaks above, right? So this, if you look right here, This is the high on the 4-hour, and we did close above. We're still bullish on the 4-hour. So our swing low on the 4-hour is actually going to be like right here. So this is our 4-hour support right here. Boom. Okay, so everything is bullish, right? Everything is extremely bullish on GA. We understand that it's buy season, right? Okay. Following along on my PC. I love that. I love that. Okay. So we are pretty bullish, right? Now, something I am noticing, and maybe I'm overthinking, but it does seem like we're showing a little bit of exhaustion, but I think the exhaustion is because we're at this weekly resistance. I think it's because we have this weekly level right here, right? Like there's resistance right here. I think that's why the daily is kind of struggling to break above, because usually when you have strong resistance, price is going to struggle to break above. But I also understand that if price does break strongly above, you know, weekly structure, you're going to see a big push of momentum, right? And to kind of show you an example, anytime we break structure on a high time frame, you see a big push. Like right here, notice we had this weekly resistance, and then price, when they broke through, it didn't break weekly, it was a super strong push to the upside, right? Same example here, like price weekly resistance, it wasn't like a weak push, like no, it was a super strong push to the upside, right? So curious to see if we're gonna see some momentum kick in sometime soon, to see if we do break above. Right now we're kind of being a little timid right here. Like last week we kind of rejected. I just want to see how this weekly candle closes. But if we close strong, I definitely can see price, you know, buying up for the time being. So it's possible for a pullback. I do think at some point we may get a pullback. Before I get there though, I just kind of want to mark up my levels, and then we could talk about pullbacks and stuff like that. So let's mark up our levels. I just want to mark out my psychological levels. So I'm going to start with 1.9 thousand flat. Let's change that. So when I mark my psychological levels, I'm just marking these whole numbers right here, right? These big whole numbers. And this is a major level, so I'm going to mark this in blue, because I always mark my major levels in blue. Right, major, boom. Okay. And then all my psychological levels are going to be about 500 pips apart, or 250 for the mid levels. So where's my measuring tool? My camera's in the way, sorry. Okay, so we're going to go up 500 pips, which is around here. Cool. And then we're going to mark this level off. So this is going to be 19. Oops. I don't want to alert. I want to make it flat. So we got 19,500 flat, right? This is another major level. This is a good target level, right? We're going to mark this off as well. It's blue. And then my mid-major level is going to be between the 500s. So it's going to be 250 in between. Let me grab that again. So in between here, 250 is around, where is it? Here. So I'm going to use a horizontal array, and we're just going to mark off this level right here. Boom. Make it black. Notice my mid-major levels is always like a quarter level. So it's going to have like some kind of variation of like 25 or 75. So we have 1.925. Anytime you see like a 2.5 or a 7.5, that's a quarter level. So that's going to be our mid-major level that we're going to mark off as well. I have a video on psychological levels, y'all, if you want to check them out. If you like really want to understand what I'm doing, I recommend you check it out. And I can show y'all what it looks like in a minute. But yeah, so these are our levels. Looks like we're breaking pretty strongly above this level. Probably going to get to this next level. So this could be a good target for the future. We're going to drop down to the daily again. Okay. So what I see really I see that the daily, we have been making what? Let me push this to the front. There we go. So daily, you said, does this same concept apply to other pairs? Which concept? Are you talking about the psychological levels is the concept? Or like market structure? Like which one are you talking about? But yeah, okay. So daily time frame. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? I want to just follow the trend. I do see that we are kind of showing some exhaustion, but I think that's because we're like around this resistance level, like I said, right? But I think price does have potential to, continue to shoot up. But yeah, so basically, because we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? We came back to kind of retest this level, pushing up again. I want to see if price is going to look to start retracing soon on the daily. It looks like we might, right? If we are retracing, I'm going to delete this for a second. If we are retracing, then I will draw my fill from the swing low. We made the doji right here, so I'm just going to mark it out right here. So I want to see if price is going to kind of come back to this level, which it looks like we might have already came down with the wick. That's what it looks like. We might already be pushing up, actually. I'm looking at it. The last area we were was right here. Psychological levels. Yes, psychological levels applies to everything. I'm going to show you exactly how to mark up all your psychological levels. But they apply to basically everything, y'all. Basically everything. But yeah, this level right here, this is kind of like the area where we kind of want to see price like come back to, which this wick kind of already came and tapped into right here. So I don't know if we're already like looking to push up or if it's gonna give us like another leg down. I will say that the market just reopened, like we just had a market reset. So I'm a little cautious. Let me jump back a little bit. These are like way too big, these zones. I'll make these a little smaller. But yeah, the psychological levels, they're, once you like get used to marking them up, they're pretty simple. I'm gonna show you how I do it for all my pairs in a second. But yeah, so right here, essentially this is kind of like another break and retest play. In fact, you don't even need the fib. If I was just to hide this fib, you can see price is doing what? Price is, let's see, okay. Price, we broke structure, and then what we do? Came back, retested broken structure, and then we pushed up, right? Price, we broke structure, came back, retest structure, and what we doing now? We're pushing up. So price might actually be moving up already. Is what it's looking like. Which is fine. I'm not mad at that. Let's see, from a 4-hour perspective, what happened here? Price, we came down. So this was the low. Sorry, this was the low. This was the high. We broke that, came back. We didn't break that. We're ranging, and then we broke up. Okay, so this is the low. This is the high. Got you. Okay, cool. I'm gonna mark it like this because it's cleaner. So yeah. So this is liquidity. So this is a target. So usually when I look for targets, I like to use fibs to kind of mark out my targets and then psychological levels. So in this scenario, I would look at this liquidity. So we have liquidity on the daily right here. So I'm gonna mark out this liquidity. I can't see. There we go. This is a target, right? This liquidity up here. Another target is this 27 extension. That will be a TP2. You can also target the 61 if you want to, and then you have the psychological levels. So these are all different target levels. So depending on how long you want to hold the trade, some people like to take partials at different areas. Some people just like to just keep holding and just trail structure. Typically, that's what I like to do. I don't really take partials. I just tend to like trail my stop loss and just secure as it goes up and up and up. That's usually how I do it. But I'm wondering if this trade is like, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. I gotta look at the lower time frame real quick before I can confirm that. But essentially, we're just trying to follow like this upward motion of just higher high, higher low, higher high, pull back. You know. So I'm a little hesitant because I kind of wanted to see like a bearish candle kind of come down, and then you get like that. So like for example, like right here for this last pullback. Let me hide this. If we look in the past, see how we had this low, this high, and then price, what did it do? It came like actually down to like the 61. Like it had a bearish candle. It made the indecision candle and a push up. That's kind of what I want to see in a sense. Like I don't like I don't like how we have just this doji and then it's just pushing up. Like this makes me a little uncomfortable. I really want to see like price kind of come down into this area, give me like a reversal candle and then push up. But it looks like we're just kind of tapping in and just pushing up. So I'm kind of iffy on this one because we didn't really, I don't know. I want to catch price down here. I don't want to take price when it's already up here. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. You make it look easy. I try to make it look easy. I try to keep things very simple, and I don't try to overcomplicate anything. A to the K, Slay Shotty. What's up? How you doing, Nelly? How you doing? How are you doing? You always have a lot of energy. I love that. I love that for real. Let me hide my levels for a second. And I just want to look at structure for a minute. 4 hour, we already determined that the 4 hour is bullish, right? We're still making higher highs, higher lows. My lower time frames, we're kind of, I don't know. I don't really like the 1 hour on this pair. I like the higher time frames when it comes to GA. But yeah, I'm just looking to see if price is gonna continue up. I'm a little iffy about, I don't know. It looks decent. It looks decent. It looks like it is ready to kind of take up. I don't know. Like, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. Because right here, I'm looking at the 2 hour. Or look at the 1 hour. Did we get to shift the structure yet? No. Broke structure. This is a lower broke structure to the downside. And then we pushed up. So the 1 hour is actually technically bearish right now. Do you place your trades on the 4 hour or lower time frame and wait for a profit and wait for the take profit on the 4 hour? So basically I place my entries. Lately I've been doing entries like more like on the 1 hour. It really just depends on like what you're doing or what you're trading. Usually I'll do like a 1 hour entry. Sometimes I'll even do a 4 hour entry. If I'm like doing like high time frame like daily targets, I'll do a 4 hour entry. Like my entries has becoming like time frame wise, it's been increasing. I'm not gonna lie, because I just like the higher time frame. I just feel a lot more confident when it comes to the higher time frame. A lot of these big traders don't be wanting to protect the image, but I rock with your chart skills. Keep it going. Keep watching you and get hands. I appreciate you. Hella typos. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for real. It looks like GA about to push up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks like GA is about to push up. I'm not gonna lie. The 4 hours go. I love the 4 hour. The 4 hour is beautiful. It's like the 4 hours is actually my favorite time frame. Actually, it really is. Okay, The only reason I'm a little like hesitant. The only thing that's making me hesitant is because like usually on the daily time frame, I like to see like the pullback on the daily. Like we had like this little doji and we're pushing up. And it did tap into the area, so it's not wrong. I just like to see that little pattern of like it coming down and then coming up. We might kind of see it here. Yeah, this is kind of just like a push up. Like it's not really like a retest on the line. Like you gotta look at the line chart, right? Like the line chart, and this is what helps me a lot. I like when the line chart, you can see the line chart come down in like a retest and then push up. Right here, the wicks came down, but like true price didn't like stop down here. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about this one. We're gonna come back to GA because GA looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, like it looks pretty decent. Again, we got the swing low, got the swing high. Now, the problem is because it's already like pushing up, our risk reward ratio is not gonna be very good unless we really scale into like a lower time frame. And I'm not gonna lie, scaling in on GA is kind of scary. Cause GA on the lower time frame is a hot mess sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like I only like on the higher time frame. Come to Jamaica. I would love to come to Jamaica. I would love to. Be wanting, my bad. Yeah, GA about to pump. Same 4 hours live. Ask questions. Yeah, y'all ask questions for sure. GA is a nice pair. GA is a really, really nice pair. They move really smoothly. Like really, like that high time frame. Oh my gosh. I think GA is about to push up though, for real. Honestly, I might. I don't want to be too like trigger friendly with my trading, but I do think GA is about to push up. I'm not gonna lie. Because we are bullish on all time frames. We are breaking weekly. You remember what I just said? When you're breaking weekly resistance, like when you break a high time frame, like support or resistance level, it has a lot of momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes up pretty soon. I might just get in the I don't know. I don't want to be too trigger happy, but like it is kind of like meeting my criteria right now. I just want to confirm on the lower time frame. I do think it's about to push up. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to take a trade on this stream. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. But this is also the time where GA likes to move. This is when GA is active. This is the session for GA. So I wouldn't be surprised if it makes this move during this time. I'm trying to think right now. Because I'm trying to think where I would place my stop loss. Like if I want to do like a relative stop loss or just like a set stop loss. If I look on the 4 hour, this is internal structure. Yeah, this is all internal. Let's look at the 1 hour. Where would I put my stop loss at? So the only thing that's kind of throwing me off a bit is that right here on the 1 hour time frame, this was the 1 hour support. Right, so this level right here was 1 hour support. And price did kind of like dip below it. That's what actually took me out the trade the first time because I was trailing my stop loss. But it came out. This could be a liquidity sweep, you know. But I like to see like my lower time frame match with my higher time frame. So because we broke below, I kind of want to see price just come back up here. And because this is the high, right? So if price breaks back above here, then this will be, you know, in the bullish direction. So if price decides to let me see. Let's look at the candle. Oh, okay, we do have a shit structure. Never mind. I gotta look at the line chart. That's why you look at the line chart. Yeah, we did break below, right? And then we made another lower low, and then we broke above. So the 1 hour is bullish. Okay, we're good. This is my entry confirmations here. we're good for buys. I'd rather wait and get a better opportunity than rush and risk capital. Yeah, I feel that. But looking at the 1 hour though, I wasn't looking at the line chart. Like, if you look at the line chart, here we did break structure, right? But then look what happened here. This is a lower high, and then we broke that high, right? And look, we're pushing up some more. So the 1 hour shifted bullish. My 4 hours bullish. Honestly, low key, like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to take a trade during the stream, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't look bad. Where's my 4 hour lows? I got some 4 hour lows here. And then we talked about targets, right? So I did say 27 is a target here. It's like a 1 and 2. And then you're 61. It's a 1 and 4. Huh. And then if we want to like hold it, they got the psychological level up here too. Now the only thing with holding this, let me see. 4 hour. Sorry, I'm like in mode right now. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to see where the 4 hour, I think this is the 4 hour low, because what did price do? Price came up, we broke structure. Okay, cool. We came down. We're ranging. Price closes above. Boom. We come down, lower high. So this is my 4 hour lower high. Well, sorry, higher low. And if we break above, this will be a valid potential stop loss. Okay, so if I wanted to, okay, I'm not mad at this, y'all. Have my stops like here. Oopsie. Near this low. Let me actually just hide this. I just want to see my targets for a second. Yeah, I'm not mad at this. And we're above the daily area interest, right? Because on the daily, remember, we got the retest on the daily. 4 hour, we are pushing up. Oh, this 4 hour closes in 26 minutes. Oh, hold on. This 4 hours about to close. I'm about to take this trade, y'all. Hold on. Jacqueline, what's up? How are you doing, girl? How y'all doing? Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what I'm thinking right now. Because I want y'all to really like pay attention for a second. Okay. We see that price 4 hour, right? Broke structure, came down. This is a new swing low, right? Ranging. This candle body, pay attention, closed higher in this candle body. This is a new break of structure, okay? So right here, this is our break of structure, right? Cool. Then what did price do? So let's keep up. Let's keep up. So again, we broke structure. We came down, right? If price breaks back above this level, this is a official lower high. It's already on the move up, right? It's already on the move up. We already confirmed on the lower time frame that what is bullish now, right? Lower time frame. Look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we made a lower low, right? We broke structure. So I'll show y'all. Lower low, broke this structure, made a lower high, lower low, and then we broke back bullish. This is our entry confirmation. Came back, never broke this low. What we doing? We're making new highs, right? We're not breaking structure. 1 hour is aligned now. So technically, for me, this is a valid trade. I can actually take this. And I think I might. I didn't plan on taking a trade during the stream, but I don't know. I might do that. Now, as far as like targets, because my 4 hour low is like right here, and I can put my stop loss like around this low. I can target the 27, right? It's like under a 1 and 2. I can target the 61, which is pretty close to a 1 and 3, a little bit under, right? And then my long-term target would be this next psychological level. So I would imagine like if price gets to, you know, around here, we'll probably get another leg down and then make it to the psych level if we continue the pattern, right? So my long-term target would be the psychological level right here. This is kind of what I'm looking at for this trade. See if we can get to this next psychological level. I'm not mad at this. I don't know. I do kind of want to see I might wait a little bit to see if we get like a slight pullback on the lower time frame to get a slightly better entry. Wait for a little retest to get a better. All right, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Looking to see if I get a retest. I'm not gonna lie, you could take that trade. Don't want to wait on it too long. Yeah. So this 4 hour is about to close. Once this 4 hour closes, you might see like a slight little pullback. I'm looking to see if we can really scale in like on a lower time frame for a pullback. And then an entry. I ain't gonna lie though, my 1 hour is kind of giving me like signs to buy. Like this is, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I could wait on the 15 to like give me like a push here and then enter. Maybe. I don't know. It depends how I'm feeling. Some days I like to just wait for that little sniper entry. And other days I just get it on the 1 hour and I just let it do its thing. Can you scale in on the 15-minute? I could. I definitely could. If I wanted to like have minimum drawdown, I could definitely do that. It really just depends on your trading style. Like if you're the kind of person where you don't like drawdown, you hate drawdown, like as soon as you enter, you want to be in profit, then oh yeah, for sure, wait for that pullback. Like wait for price to come back and, you know, give you that pullback to this level. Because if you look on the 15, right, same thing. It's another fib, right? Price, we did what? Where's the low? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We broke structure, right? And then we broke back above, right? Boom, boom. This is the lower low. This is the high. Cool. We know where the swing low is. Swing low is here. Where's the swing high? Swing high is here. Okay, boom. Where is my level we broke structure? Right here. Price come back here. Okay, boom. Where's my levels? Oh, look, it lines up perfectly. My zone lines up perfectly with the 61. What? Imagine. I mean, you could wait for the 15-minute pullback if you want to. Wait for a pullback. And then scale in and then enter here. So then your entry will be, oopsie. So then our entry will be down here instead. Somewhere down here. You will get a better risk to ratio for sure. And you could probably even kind of reduce your stop loss too if you want to. Maybe use like the 1 hour low instead. Like a 1 hour low. If you really want to you know, max out your risk to reward ratio. This is the level. Let's just look at these levels for a second. That's like a long-term target. I'm just kind of looking at these levels right now. But yeah, 27 would be like a close to 1 to 3, 1 to 6. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's just say somewhere like in here. And I would definitely probably hold it long term. See, I really want to see if I can hold it to the next psychological level. Like, I just want to see if I can hold it up to there. But we can wait. We can wait for an entry on the 15. See if we can find something. It could also, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, it could also just take off. That's another thing. Scaling in on the 1 hour time frame seems like a universal scaling. You can see your levels clearly. Yeah, and that's, I'm not gonna lie, like lately, that's kind of what I've been doing, is just scaling in on the on the 1 hour. Like if I see my 1 hour is making higher highs, higher lows, I'm just getting in. I'm just putting my stop loss below, and I just have those high time frame targets. Lately that's what I've been doing. Now, if you do that, you gotta understand that like if price pulls back, you might be in a little bit of drawdown. And if you're okay with that, then cool, right? If you're not, then scale to the 15. So it's really up to the person, like what you're okay with. Long as it's real that Head and Shoulders, then this trade gone. So this Head and Shoulders. Yeah, I see the Head and Shoulders too. Where is it? I think it's like shoulder. Something like this. I see it too. The inverted Head and Shoulders. Yep, inverted Head and Shoulders, and then this is the break above. So this pullback would actually be a retest of the neckline, which would actually be, you know, a better confirmation. That neckline retest. I love waiting for that retest on the neckline, and then the push up. Looks like we're getting that right now. It's crazy how the market is just like kind of like art. Like you got the inverse Head and Shoulders. Let me hide this for a second. We got the inverse Head and Shoulders. We got the area interest. You know, we broke structure, waiting for price to come back. It lines up perfectly with our golden zone. It lines up perfect with that 61, right? At this point, if we were to wait on the 15, which we might as well just wait. It's already pulling back. We might as well wait on it. I would kind of just wait for price to kind of come down. You could scale down even lower to look for that shift of structure on the lower time frame. And then once you see it, you can enter and then put your stop loss below that 1 hour low. Somewhere like around here. This area. Yep. And then boom. So we're going to see if we get that pullback and potentially trade this up. And this is the lower fib, but we're looking at the higher time frame fib, like on the 4 hour. So liquidity, and then 27. So 27 is here. It's the 61. So these are like some targets, like some immediate targets. And then this is like the long term target. Like I really want to trade it up to here. That is the goal. I want to bring GA up to here. So it's gonna be a nice little swing move. Let's see. That's what RM is about. Comes back, I'm taking it. I feel that. Also alerts coming clutch. Oh yeah, I'm definitely setting my alerts. That is a big rejection candle. That is a really, is there news? What's today's date? Today's Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday. What's today's date? I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday. There's no news. It's just moving crazy. Tomorrow, do we have news? Not really. Pretty news free this week. Pretty calm week. It's pretty cool. Cool. Why don't you trade up to the next area? When you say the next area, are you talking about the next psychological level? Because that is the goal. I do want to trade it up to this next. So here's the thing, right? If I decide to trade this up to the next psychological level, like if I want to trade it up to this level, then I need my stop loss to be a 4 hour stop loss. I can't use the 1 hour because the 1 hour isn't respectable enough, right? I need my stop loss to be like more like down here if I'm gonna hold it up to this level. So if I want to do like a more short-term trade, then I would do like the 1 hour stop. And then I would target like this level or this level, right? Which actually gives me a kind of like a better restore ratio, I'm not gonna lie. But the blue area you have up there. Yeah, I can. It's just I get a little hesitant when like, let me see what the 4 hour look like. Yeah, my 4 hours down here. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I get a little hesitant like on pullbacks. Like I get nervous when price like let's say price like pushes up, right? And we get to 27 extension. I get a little nervous if my stop loss isn't below the swing low. Nothing stopping price from like tapping me out here, right? And then going in my direction. You see what I'm saying? If I want to keep holding to like the next psychological level, like nothing stopping price from doing that on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour is structure, is solid, right? But that 1 hour is not the best. It's not the best. So you know you got it and you do it, go for it. And you would need to hold over the weekend. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like that 1 hour, it's nice. Like if let's say I was only targeting this level, the 27 extension. So this is my 27 extension right here. Whoa, hello. Let's say I was only targeting the 27 extension, right? I expect price to get to 27. Like from here, like this is my fib, right? If you look at the fib, we have A, B, C. I expect D to be the 27 and even the 61 potentially, right? I don't expect price to come back down here. Like I think that would be a valid target for a 1 hour entry. Like if you're doing a 1 hour entry, oh yeah, 27, maybe the 61, you can get out right there, right? But if you're trying to hold to here, you can't use a 1 hour stop. That's just it's not gonna work. You're gonna need something a little bit more structured. The 4 hour is a little bit more solid. So what I might do, I might do like 2 positions. I might do a 1 hour position where it's kind of like a quick trade for like the week. Like let's say I just want to trade for the week. My camera's about to die. Let's say I just want a quick trade for just this week and I just want to get in and get out. Then I would do a 1 hour stop and I would target the 27. And that would be my 1 to 4 trade right there, right? And then I could do another position where I do have a trade going to up here with a 4 hour stop. I could do 2 of them. That's what I might end up doing, actually. Just have 2 different trades. Now, the 15 looking like it don't want to pull back. I'm not gonna lie. The 15 is not pushing back. I'm gonna be a little patient, but I don't know. We'll see. See what it wants to do. The 1 hour is iffy. I see what you mean. Yeah, like honestly, like once you kind of, anytime you want to hold to and this is my tip, y'all. Let's say you want to hold to like you're like a level to level trader, which I think those are the best traders. Like they make the best profits. Level to level traders are people who they mark out psychological levels. I'm gonna hide this so it's a little more clear for a second. I got too many drawings on my chart. I can't focus myself. Level to level traders are people who they buy at a psychological. Oh, my camera. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm still here. My camera just died. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm just changing out my camera battery because I did not charge my battery. Hold on. But essentially, a level to level trader is a person who buys. They only look to enter at psychological levels for one, right? And their take profit is always the next psychological level, and they make bank. Like they really make bank, but they don't take a lot of trades because they only can take a trade near the last psychological level. But I feel like that's a good way to kind of trade because you're not over trading and you have like a really good restore ratio. So I'm not mad at the way people trade like that. Let me turn my camera back on real quick. I used to be a level to level trader. Kind of. Kind of. And then I just started taking profit like at the 27 because I just kind of want to just secure my profit, get in, get out. But no, level to level trading, like you can make some crazy money. You just gotta have patience. That's the only thing. Okay. Camera's back on. Y'all see me? Cool. Let me charge this back real quick. Let me read the comments. Level to level, but not so much psych levels, more like support and resistance levels. It's my support and resistance levels around a psych level, then I use that. That's smart. That's very smart. A lot of times these psychological levels are pre-existing support and resistance levels. Like if you really look on the daily. These are my levels, right? Like right here, this level is kind of acting as like resistance. Every time price got to this level, we sold, right? Price got to this level, we sold, right? Right now it's acting as support. Price we came down, we're retesting level, we're buying up. Like I don't feel like drawing more levels on, but you kind of see what I mean. Like you have big reactions around psych levels. Like around this level, we came down, we had a push up. Like we have reactions around these levels. That's usually when price tends to pivot is around psych levels. So price we came up, we retested the psych level. It looks like we're potentially looking to continue to push up. Potentially. I do want to wait on this 15-minute though to see what it do. To see what it does. And I want my drawings back. I think I just hit them. Alright. Boom. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Head and shoulders. Boom. Okay, I got my drawings back. This, I just want to show my targets. Boom. Cool. Make it cleaner. But yeah, guys. Potentially looking at GA. Potentially. We'll see what it does. What's your analysis on gold? I believe it may. I'm sorry, I read that so wrong. Hold on, I missed a comment. 1 to 3 trades per week is all you really need. Yes. Like, dude. Honestly, sometimes for me, it's just 1 trade a week. Like, I have my 1 trade and I'm cool. 1 to 2 and I'm great. 3, to me, that's a little bit overdoing it. I think 3 is okay. Anything over 3 is like, okay. Like, if you're a swing trader, you only get so many opportunities throughout the week. So it's just like, how are you trading this much, you know? What's your analysis on gold? I believe it will come back to make a higher low. I think so too. I'm gonna look at gold too in a minute. I'm just kind of watching GA right now, but I'm gonna look at gold too. A lot of patience. So back in the ancient times before we had TradingView, MC4 templates specifically for psychological levels. Oh, they had templates for that? That's pretty cool. I remember the MC4 days. I kind of miss MC4 a little bit. Those were them golden days for real. Them golden days. Let's see. I'm looking at some other things real quick. What's GJ doing? GJ's moving so beautifully. I love this structure on GJ. I haven't traded GJ in a minute though. UJ's kind of selling off right now. It's the daily. Huh. Oh yeah, we're about to sell on UJ. I was talking about this last week. I mentioned that on UJ. I don't know if y'all remember my analysis that I made earlier this week. Y'all remember how I said on UJ, we're like at that 27 extension and we're looking to retrace really soon on the weekly. Remember that? So this was a swing low. This was a swing high. Price made it to the 27, and I told y'all like you're probably gonna see some sellers right here, like some rejection levels, because price tends to reverse around the 27. I see like right now we're kind of rejecting. And I was interested in potentially selling it down to this level, like the last place we broke structure on the weekly. So like the weekly, you know, we broke structure like somewhere like, you know, around this area, right? So I was looking to see if I could sell it down to this area, which is kind of in line with this psychological level 160. So I was curious to see if I could sell UJ down to like 160 before it makes its next leg up to the upside. I would love to sell UJ down a little bit and then catch this next leg up here. So it would look like this. Swing low, swing high, and then fibs. So potentially UJ could even come down to like some of these levels. If we're following like this trend right here, if you trade with trend lines, you can kind of see there's like a little trend where price kind of comes down to like around this area. So low key could maybe sell UJ down to like around these levels and then look to buy it back up on the long term. It's kind of what I'm looking at for UJ. It's like on a long term perspective. Very, very, very long term perspective, right? Hide this for a second. They didn't have templates. I'm gonna drop a video on them because it's been so long. MC4. Oh, you created them. Okay, that's pretty cool that you created your templates. I didn't know. I really didn't know you could do all that. Honestly, when I was on MT4, I was just placing trades. I wasn't doing all that extra stuff. UJ is interesting, y'all. UJ kind of like we came up. We kind of broke above, but it wasn't really a strong break for real. We broke back below this 4-hour area interest, and it looks like the 4-hour might have shifted bearish, or is about to. It's been bearish actually, but this was the high. We just came and swept that high, and then we shifted back below. So the 4-hour. There's a lot of opportunities out here. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of opportunity out here. GJ. I'm trying to figure out what I like the best. I think I like GA the best. I'm not gonna lie. UJ looks good, but I want to see UJ like I don't know. Cause I was looking at UJ earlier this week. Let's see, UJ. This was the high. Came down. We retested. We broke structure. This is all the range, right? We swept these highs, and now we're shifting below. I'm a little iffy about like this area. Like I don't know if price is gonna like treat this as like respected support. I kind of would like to see the support get broken. That make me feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm kind of iffy about UJ. GJ. GJ like is about to have a little daily pullback and then push up around this area. GJ is very bullish right now. I'm not even looking at SPX right now. Someone asked me about gold. I could look at gold for a second. Let me clear. I'm actually gonna clear a lot of this stuff off. Hold on. Delete this. I'm gonna keep my levels on here. Delete all this. We can look at gold for a second because someone wanted me to look at gold. Delete this too. Okay. Gold. We can look at gold for a second. So gold, I'm gonna jump to a weekly. Oh yeah, gold is about to fly. Gold is about to fly, y'all. I can tell you right now, just from looking at the weekly, gold is about to fly. Like right now, I can tell you right now. Why do I say that? We're already we're building a reversal pattern right here. Like this is we're about to build the morning star pattern right here. We're already showing exhaustion, right? So we already broke structure. On the weekly, price is gonna come back to this level. It's gonna look to come back up here. You could really buy it up to around here before settlers kick back in. Thursday. What about Thursday? Are we talking about today's date? Because I didn't know what day it was. Yeah, I think gold is gonna push up. I think gold is gonna buy up to about this level. Because we did end up, breaking structure here. We broke structure, right? We made it to the psychological level 4,000. We're showing resistance at the psychological level. If you drop down to a lower time frame, right? So right now the weekly is bearish. So let's mark that up for a second. The weekly is indeed bearish. So let's change that to bearish. How long have I been streaming for? I can't even see that. How long I've been streaming for? Oh, it's been an hour. That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, weekly is bearish. My daily, what's the daily looking like? Let's look. Daily time frame. Okay. Let's start here. I like to really mark out my structure. So came up, it's like high, came down. Did we break that high? Can't even tell if we did or not. We slightly broke. It's kind of like an equal high, honestly. So equal high, and then we made a new lower low. So boom, this is internal. New lower low, so this is the high, it's the low. Price came down. Technically this isn't a shift, but let's see. It honestly depends on like, nah, because that would still be this. Yeah, so this is a high, internal. This is the low. This is the range that we're in right now on the daily. We're kind of in the range. I would have loved to see like the daily like come below and then break up, because that would have been a clean shift of structure. But I don't know. I do think it's gonna buy up. I would have liked to see like a cleaner shift on the daily. That's it. We are kind of building back up, but technically the daily is still bearish because this is a range. Technically, because this is our high. I'm gonna make this a different color. Let's do this. This is the high, and this is the low, and this is the range. So technically we're in the range on the daily, but we can look on the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame has definitely shifted bullish for sure. You can clearly see it break out this trend. Like we were in this downtrend and we clearly broken above. You can either look at the structure. So right here, and then we're ranging, and then we break above, and then we break back below, and then we break above again. So we shift up one more time, and then we stay bullish. This is the low, right? This is the high. This is all a range, right? This is all a range. We never broke the 4-hour low, and we're pushing back up. So 4-hour support is here. Mark that up. 4-hour support. I'm just gonna focus on the 4-hour for right now. I'm gonna ignore this daily for a second. But there is daily resistance up here. I want to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna keep the daily resistance here just as a reminder that there are sellers sitting up here. We don't want to forget about these sellers up here. But if you look at structure, we did shift on the 4-hour, right? Break recess. I actually took this buy last week. Actually, I took this broken recess trade last week, and I think I sold it. Yeah, I saw this level on the daily, and I sold it up to this level. I posted on my Instagram story. I didn't post on my YouTube, but I did take this breaking recess trade last week. We sold back down. 4-hour support has still not been broken, right? This is the last swing low. This is all a range, right? In internal structure, we're shifting back up internally, so it looks pretty good. If I was to draw this range out for targets, this would be my swing low. It's like somewhere around here. My swing high would be up here, and then my main target would be liquidity is the first TP, right? 27, that's the second TP. And then you have the 61, which coincidentally lines up with the daily resistance. Wow. What a coincidence. But yeah, gold, I do think gold is going to push up pretty soon. And I would look on the 1-hour for an entry personally. Like the 1 hour is already, the 1 hour is already making higher highs, higher lows, y'all. Because this was resistance. And then we broke down, we made more resistance, and this was your entry right here, to be honest. Kind of missed the entry. Price broke above. That's your break and recess entry right here on your 1 hour. That would have been your entry. And then your targets would have been liquidity and 20. That would have been a good trade. I'm mad that I missed this. Wait a minute. This would have been a beautiful move. You can still kind of get in because the 1 hour is still trending up, and we haven't hit liquidity yet, so you can still kind of get in if you want to. But this would have been a beautiful entry right here, and it's some nice targets to catch. But honestly, if you want to just kind of follow this 1 hour structure, we're still just making structure, right? But check this out, like right here, I'm gonna just mark it out. We're just doing break and recess right here. This is the, let's do minor, right? Literally, price, we broke structure. Retest, that could be another entry right here. When we broke back above, that's an entry right there. That's an entry. High time frame targets, all right? High time frame targets. Same thing's happening right here. Price is coming back down to retest this level, right? Break. We're retesting. Right, we're shifting up. You can either wait. You can do two things. You could wait for price to break back above this 4 hour level, and then that's your entry. Stop loss below the 1 hour, right? And you can take the same high time frame targets, liquidity, 27, right? Or if you want to like really scale in, we understand we have this range, right? You can scale down to a lower time frame, like the 30-minute or 15. Wait for a 15-minute shift to structure. So line chart. We're already getting the 15-minute shift to structure. Look. Okay, now we made a low. Lower high. Made a lower low. We broke structure. Boom. If price comes back and it fails to break structure and makes a new high, that's the entry. Y'all, trading is not hard. Trading is not hard, y'all. I promise you. If you know market structure, you know trading is not hard. It could be a nice little 15-minute sniper entry. It depends on the person. Like, if you want the sniper entry, you could do that. Or you can wait on the 1 hour to just break above. Whatever you want to do. Gold looks good for buys, though. I would definitely take gold. But yeah, I'm not mad at gold. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Definitely have this on the radar as well as GA as well. Okay. Y'all have like any other questions for the live? What are y'all looking at? Like, what trades are y'all looking at all? Are y'all watching anything specifically? You already got that pullback on GA. Okay, head and shoulders. This is the break. We're retesting the neckline right now, which is nice. We're getting a nice doji. I love that. I love that price action. From here, since we're like getting this retest, there's a lot going on. Since we're getting this retest, and it looks like we're getting a nice doji, which I love, by the way. I love indecision candles, like on my golden zone. I love that. I would wait on the lower time frame to kind of give me a shift up, or you could just wait for like another engulfing candle. Honestly, however you want to do it. I don't want to look at no 1 minute. I would wait for this candle to close. See how this candle closes, and then wait for like some kind of engulfing. Maybe look on the 5 minute to see what it does in the 5 minute. And then however you want to take your entry, you can wait, or you can just wait for price to break back above, right? So if you really think about it, if price, let's say price, I'm gonna hide this so y'all can really see what I'm talking about. But let's say price just you know, it makes the doji, and then price like breaks back above this level and it closes above. Technically, you know, if price closed above, made a higher high, and this is a established, you know, lower low. Like, I'm not lower low, higher low, right? Like if price was to close back above here, then you technically you should be able to like place your stop loss like here, technically, if you wanted to. Personally, I'm gonna keep this 1 hour just down here. That's just me. I don't want the 15 minute, I want the 1 hour low. But I don't know. I'm gonna wait on GA to see what it wants to do. We're already pushing up. Yeah, I might take this. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I might take this entry. I definitely want a 1 hour stop loss. The 4 hour looking like. Yeah. If I was to take a 1 hour entry, then I would get out around the 27. 100%. Maybe the 61. Or like higher. Maybe. But this would definitely be my main target. If I have a 4 hour stop loss, so it's the 4 hour, then I can aim for the next psychological level. Right? Next psych level. So I'm just trying to figure out, I'm really just trying to decide if I want to do a 1 hour entry or a 4 hour, I'm not entry, sorry. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a 1 hour stop loss or a 4 hour stop loss. That's what I'm kind of debating right now. I'm not really sure what I want to take as of now. Thanks for the stream, learning a lot. Of course. Of course. It's very rare y'all get to see me like actively like decide what I want to do like live. GA is a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes GA confuses me. So by default, I just go 4 hour. Like, just give me the 4 hour. Just give me the 4 hour stop. Because yeah. Now this is gonna be an anticipated stop loss. This isn't. Yeah, so I would have to really make sure my lower time frame is like pushing up if I was to take this stop loss, because technically this isn't a established low yet. Like, I can't say this is the lower high yet. Because you cannot have a low, you can't have a higher low without a higher high. If you watch my welcome to your beautiful analysis. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you have a, let me explain this real quick. I made a video on market structure. I'll show you the video in a minute. But like, technically what I'm saying is, if you're having an uptrend, you can't have a lower high, not lower high. You can't have a higher low without a higher high, right? I can't say this is my higher low yet until I have an established higher high, like until I break that high. And the reason I say that is because, you know, when you're in this state and price is pulling back, you might see price kind of, you know, look to go up. But I would call this more of like an anticipated higher low, right? Because nothing's really stopping price from dipping even lower before coming up, right? And that doesn't mean you broke structure, because why? My swing low's down here, right? So understand that like when you're taking a trade and you're making an anticipated higher low as your stop loss, you gotta really make sure that that lower time frame is going in your direction, because if you don't confirm that, you're gonna get wicked out a lot, right? You're gonna get wicked out a lot. Does that make sense, y'all? Like if this is a, like if I'm in a trend, like an uptrend, right, and I have like my established low because I made that high, right? Price, like once you break that high, you know for sure this is the lowest point, 100%. Does that make sense? Complex pullback is a possibility. Yeah, like for example, like if price comes down, a lot of people already like call this like a higher low at this state, but you can't really call it a higher low because nothing is stopping price from, you know, making an even lower point and then breaking up. And that's valid because what? We never broke the swing low, right? You can do that. And people get stopped out because they don't wait on that lower time frame to get in sync to take that anticipated higher low. So it really depends on the trader. If you want to be really, really safe, you just take the established low. If you want to be a little bit more risky, you could take the anticipated higher low. Just understand you have to make sure that lower time frame is going in your direction. Even when you do that, sometimes it still may not go in your favor. It's just more risky. So if I was to use this low, this would be anticipated. This would not be an established higher low. So I have to make sure that my lower time frame is for sure like going in my direction. If I wanted to be safe, right? If I wanted to be safe, all I would have to do is just wait for price to do what? Wait for the 4 hours to just close above this high. Why? Because this will be a break of structure, right? And if I have a break of structure, then what? That means I will be entering up here, yes. Okay. But this stop loss is like safe now. I know that price should not break this. If we're on the trend, this 4 hours should not get broken. And I could then target, you know, the psychological level, like I said before, if I wanted to. But of course, your risk reward ratio is gonna, you know, be affected. So it's really about the trader. I like to do it both ways, to be honest. Like, I don't mind waiting for that lower time frame to shift and then have my anticipated low. I do that majority of the times. Usually it works out like on a 1 hour. And that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. It's just watching this 1 hour. 15. Yeah. Yeah, the 1 hour is kind of it's a high, it's a low. We are making higher highs, higher lows, so I'm curious to see how this will play out. But yeah, I might end up getting in here. I really might. I don't know. I'm probably gonna ponder on it a little bit more. Just kind of wait to see how price looks in the lower time frame before. Ooh, I like that. Hold on. I like the way that just formed. This doji. Sorry if I get quiet, y'all. I'm just kind of locked in right now. Yeah, it's right in the golden zone too. I love that. I might just. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I might. What I really might do, y'all, because I really just want to get in and out this trade. I might place two. I might place one with a 1 hour stop loss. So like my stop loss is like around the 1 hour level. Sorry, the 1 hour is down here. Where's the 1 hour? Somewhere here. And then just look to get out the 27 for my first trade. And then for my second trade, I'm probably gonna do like a bigger like 4 hour stop and then look to swing it to this psychological level. I'm probably gonna do 2 trades. It's probably what I'm gonna doing. But I'm gonna wait for some more confirmation first before I do that. Yeah. But okay. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. My voice is getting tired. I kind of showed y'all 2 potential setups, right? On GA and on gold, right? I showed y'all gold, right? So whatever you choose is up to you. You know, we have our targets. We have all that. Gold looks super clean. Gold looks really clean. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about gold. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna take between gold or GA is what I'm looking at right now. But yeah, y'all. I'm probably gonna end the stream pretty soon. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all get into. I'm looking at these 2 potential. Whatever's cleaner, I'm gonna get in the cleaner trade. GA is looking a little wonky on the 1 hour. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is kind of throwing me off. This price action, and it's making me a little. I don't know. I don't know about this price action on the 1 hour. Like I need to see some stronger price action to make me confident. But yeah, gold is about to pump. Like gold looks the cleanest one. I might just do gold. I'm gonna be real. It just looks the cleanest. It looks the cleanest. Yeah. That's probably what I'm end up doing. But yeah. Okay, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great and amazing night. I appreciate y'all for like tuning in. Some of y'all tune in from like 2 in the morning, which is insane to me. So I appreciate it. Let me know what y'all get into. I'll post which trade I decide to get into. And we're just gonna kind of go from there. So yeah. See y'all later, y'all. In this stream. Bye.